Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 Mazda CX90. This is the Turbo S Premium Plus. It's finished off in artesian red and the MSRP is just over $58,000. We have a 3-row SUV for under $60,000. This is more on the top of the trim level for this Mazda, and it has a lot to offer. So we'll start off underneath the hood, where this is the 3.3 liter inline 6-cylinder turbocharged engine. It is paired to an 8-speed automatic, and this pumps out 340 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque. That power sent through the all-wheel drive system, propelling this 4,900-pound SUV from 0 to 60 in just over 6 seconds. And as far as MPG goes, you're looking right around 23 miles per gallon in the city and 28 out on the highway. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, you'll notice a lot of chrome for this model, which works well with this red. There's also the sensor, which is the Mazda logo, forward-facing camera with all the parking sensors. There's LEDs up front. Turn signals are also integrated into that grille surround, which is nice. There's plenty of cutouts in the lower section there and some more chrome. Nice lines that also come down the hood too. And this also has a very nice set of 21-inch wheels with that two-tone design to them. There's more chrome for the side, power folding side mirrors with the camera and the turn signal. There's brushed aluminum accents for the roof racks, as well as a full moonroof there. And then very nice lines that run down the side, great fender arches, both front and rear. And then in back, there's the body colored spoiler with the third brake light. There's the wiper blade, LED taillights, backup camera with all of your parking sensors, more chrome in that lower section. When properly equipped, this can tow right around 5,000 pounds as well. And then to look at the cargo space, you can use the key fob, the control up underneath, or just kick your foot on the right side there, and you can open this up, where the CX90 is a 3-row SUV. Take a look at how much space you get with that third row up. There's also a little bit of storage underneath, but you do have some spare tire tools on one side too. And then there's also a 3-prong outlet, some other auxiliaries. What I like about the third row too is that it's manual. So just like that, you can fold them down and then bring them back up depending on the storage that you need. Up top, you can close the vehicle or lock it at the same time. Now, as we work our way into the second and third row, we have this white interior, which is a really nice contrast. Now, there's also the adjustable sunshade, really nice trim accents, your release and window control, and then storage in that lower section. And then captain's chairs is an option. You can get the bench or the captain's chairs here. They are manual for all of the adjustments. And then the easiest way to get into the third row, simply just push the seat forwards and now you can hop in. Now at 5'10", this isn't really where I would want to be, but it's not all that bad. We have cup holders, we have vents, we have some auxiliaries, large windows too. I do have a good bit of legroom here, but as you can tell, my knees are pretty high up. But I also have about 1.5 or 2 inches of headroom. So it's not all that bad. I could ride around town and it would be functional. So for its smaller size, Mazda did a good job with both your storage and being able to put people in that third row. For the second row, you have a lot more space, of course. There's storage pockets. You even get heated and ventilated captain's chairs. All of your climate adjustments with some vents there. There's also some storage down below. You get 2 cup holders and then more storage in the armrest, so you can place some items there as needed. These seats also recline, so you can get that much more comfortable. And then up front, this door panel has the addition of all the window controls as well as the side mirrors, which are power folding. Everything else is nearly identical. And then the front seats are all automatic too. So let's start this back up. We have the solid leather steering wheel. There's also paddle shifters. On this left side, there's your volume controls, along with source. You have Bluetooth and voice commands there. On the right side, all of your cruise control settings. Now for the gauge cluster, there's only one control here, the info button, to go through some over on that right side. Everything else is going to be fixed, but at least you can pull up some of this information if you need to see it. Now on this left side, you have the lift gate control as well as some memory seating adjustments. There's also your iStop, which is the engine start-stop feature, traction control, along with parking sensors, and then you do have a safety sense that you can turn on and off. There's some more of that trim accent. There's also a head-up display. And then for the infotainment system, what's really interesting is that we have a little bit of information to go through here, and it's not touch screen. So you have to use all the controls down below, which are laid out well, in order to go through this information. If I bump over to Apple CarPlay, however, now it is a touchscreen system. So it's very interesting to see that Mazda decided to do that between using it as a touchscreen system and then the normal system is not. But it's nice that you can at least pair your phone and go through all that information. It still does work with the rotary dial here though as well. You have more of that trim accent on the dash there. There's 2 air vents in the middle, and then all of the climate adjustments. There's your fan speed, temperature dials. You get heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. You can even control the rear from up front as well, which is really nice. Now there's wireless charging with an auxiliary. You get 2 cup holders with this really nice light wood trim accent. There's also a few different driving modes to get into. Mainly you have normal and sport. You really won't need off-road too often in this vehicle. If we put it into reverse, you get the backup camera with that top-down view. If I put it into drive, now we have the forward-facing camera. You can also pull up the camera system using this shortcut here. There's a downhill assist, you have your auto hold and e-brake, you have volume, tuning, as well as a favorites button. A little bit of storage in the armrest, as well as in the glove box. We also have the Bose audio for this. There's garage door buttons with the rear view mirror. You get a sunglass holder up top, as well as your adjustments for that sunshade and sunroof. And then here's a look at visibility. A little bit of a pillar here, but you can see around it. It's really not all that bad. And you can clearly see over that left shoulder. And in sport mode, second gear again, here we go. And just like that, we're up to speed. Sounds pretty decent too. It's not a vehicle that you're looking to get any kind of noise like that from, but it sounds decent when you give it an acceleration. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel now for the CX90. I do like the setup and everything, the layout for this model. With the screen, we have a large infotainment system and it's integrated very nicely into the dash, so kind of tucked away in there, which is probably why it's not touch screen, because this is my distance here. I can't touch it unless I lean forward slightly, but it would be nice to see all of that touch screen at some point. But it's a great vehicle. Over the last 3 or 4 days that I've been driving this, it's just been a nice commuter vehicle. And there's not much else to say with it. You have a few different options that you can go with. So this is more on the higher trim level. There's a few that are below this, of course. So that way, if you want something not quite as expensive, you definitely have some options to go with. But it is nice for a 3-row SUV, just shy of $60,000. In today's world where 3-row SUVs are getting very expensive, 58 grand is still a lot of money when vehicles used to cost a lot less. But in today's market, with how the market is, how everything is going, under 60 grand for a 3-row SUV that's pretty functional and capable with towing is pretty impressive to see. So if you're not looking for a lot of technology, we have a lot of standard safety features from Mazda, but if you just want to hop in this, pair your phone and go, this is a great option to go with, where you don't have a million bells and whistles. You have a nice, refined, somewhat of a luxury vehicle with, you know, the nice materials that we have and the trim accents and things like that. So it's kind of a luxury vehicle, just a little bit step below, and I'm not saying that's bad. It's definitely a good vehicle. It has a lot to offer for the money, which makes it a good pick if you are looking for a 3-row SUV. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2025 Mazda CX90. Again, if you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.